You know, the United States of America was the greatest country before Trump, and it's the greatest country now after Trump. The white supremacists want to go back. They want to go back to the days when it was legal to own slaves.
You are about to be entertained by the ape, the young man who has become a legend of his own time. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, yes, indeed. Welcome, everybody. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on blogtalkradio.com and ronkellyshow.com. Also on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, the Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel, and X, I think. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me here today. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, accompanied by a train that just passed behind my building. And it's on blogtalkradio.com and ronkellyshow.com. Oh, so much to talk about. We're going to talk about the transgender kids, and I'm going to give you some exciting or some interesting statistics about that. Is it healthy to support a child now who can't vote, can't drink, can't smoke, but can change their sexual identity? Now, how the hell does that work? We're going to get to that in a moment. Also, Trump and the dangers, not just the dangers of Trump, but the dangerous times we're living in right now. And I'm not talking about the book of Revelations or anything like that. I'm just talking about the dangerous times that we are living in today. We'll talk about that too as well. I got a lot to get to. Welcome, thank you, shout out to all my folks out there. Like they say in Radio Land, which is so corny. Anyway, Patricia Wilder, a little news note for the Ron Kelly Show. Patricia Wilder will no longer be assisting me here on the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program. We thank her for her service. We're not going to kick her back in. We thank Patricia Wilder for her service and wish her well in her endeavors. But once again, she will no longer be co-hosting with me here on the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program at about 3 minutes past the hour. So check it. There's two stories out, and I want to, give you the difference between these two stories. There's two stories, pretty popular stories that are out right now. Now, the one story about the gentleman who was driving while he zoomed into his court date. And that went viral, and the poor guy came on. He was on the news, and he was saying, "Oh, I'm so distraught because people were laughing at him and people were joking about it." And it just goes to show how social media has changed the world. Because I mean, back in the day before social media, because I was, when I was growing up, there was no Facebook or TikTok or LinkedIn or YouTube or any of that stuff. There was none of that. So you had you had to read the newspaper in order to get what was going on, because nowadays things are like instant, like bang, as soon as it happens, you can put the video on Facebook or on social media, or you can put the voice, whatever it is. Now things are instantly broadcast around the world, as opposed to back in the day when there was no Facebook and then there was no Twitter or X, no social media to speak of at all. So, it was either word of mouth or it was the newspaper. And when social media exploded, that's when newspaper businesses kind of went out of business. I mean, not all of them, but many papers folded. Now some of them are on, they're digital now. Jet Magazine. Remember Jet Magazine used to have all the black stars, and now it's digital, I believe. So many news, prior to social media, many of those news outlets went belly up because of social media. And so, so there's two stories. There's one story of the gentleman, as I said earlier, the one who was allegedly the one who was driving. He was Zoom calling into his court date, and he was driving. Now, now what they were saying was the court date was about him having a suspended license. And said that's not true. The court date is not about him not having a suspended license. He did not have a license. You know, he did not have a license. But and as an example of social media, it went viral, and everybody and their mama saw it. People were laughing at the poor guy, and it was just incredible how it went down. But that is the power of social media today. You can't do nothing. There is no behind the scenes because somebody's behind the scenes with that camera. But yeah, so he went on the news and he was saying how embarrassed he was because the news, the video went viral and everybody knew who he was. And I think his name was Corey. The guy's name was Corey Harris. Corey Harris, and he was on a Zoom call with Judge Cedric Simpson, who's kind of funny. Judge Simpson. I don't know. I think he's vying for a spot since Judge Judy switched off of. I think she's still on Channel 2, but since Judge Judy flipped the script and went on cable or whatever. I think that Judge Simpson is vying for a spot, but he is funny. He's funny. He's interesting, and he knows. And he's a judge, so he knows what he's doing. For how do I know? But anyway, so that was the thing. It went viral, and the poor guy is out here, and he was. And see, this is another chapter because. He never had a driver's license. The Judge Cedric Simpson is saying that the guy never had a driver's license. He was charged with a police. Man, he never had a license. He was supposed to pay some fines or something to get his license, and he never did. So that's what happened. So I guess he thought that he had a license when he was zooming into Judge Simpson. Okay, what's going on in my video? Yeah, when he was at the stage. Okay, all right, yeah, all right. I'm back in my videos. I'm losing my, this business is full of surprises. But anyway, so the guy who was jailed, he got Judge Simpson when Judge Simpson saw him driving, he hit the ceiling, and he asked Corey Harris to report to the jail. And Corey Harris was locked up because he was driving. So he was sent back to jail after the latest hearing. So that was a true story. Now, there's another story. Okay, what's going on with my computer? All right, there's another story. Okay, here we go. There's another story about a police officer's daughter who was allegedly killed by the father of a man whose son was killed by the police officer. Now that story has been out there and it's gone viral. And guess what? It's absolutely positively 100% false. That story is false. My video, something's going on. Okay. Yeah, that story is false. And that's another story. And it's been going around. It's been floating. All right, we're back. 12 minutes past the hour. It's the Ron Kelly show that's acted up today. I'm not sure what the problem is. It's the Ron Kelly show, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the RonKellyShow.com, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. You know what? And I just went off. I don't know what happened. I'm just like, wow, what's going on here? My Wi-Fi is acting crazy. But anyway, so the Corey Harris story was real. He was driving. He was parking his car while he was zoomed into a conversation with the judge, Judge Cedric Simpson. So yes, that one was true. But the false one is with the cop's daughter. That it says that the cop's daughter allegedly was killed by the father. Was allegedly killed by the father of the was killed by the father of the alleged boy or the young man who was allegedly shot by the cop. So the cop's daughter, what they're saying is the father of a kid that was killed by the police officer went to the prom of the gentleman, went to the prom of the police officer's daughter and killed the daughter. And it's completely untrue. And no, see, because nobody's searching, nobody's checking on this stuff. And I do before I go on the air or just sometimes during the week, I do check on these things because I don't want to be looking stupid. And yeah, this was a fake revenge murder prom story that went viral. And see the scary thing about this, and I'm afraid of this certain situation, the AI, the artificial intelligence. This story, not the Corey Harris story, but this story is a fake story. They even had a mugshot of the guy, Douglas Barnes was the man's name, who allegedly killed a young white girl at the prom of in the Livonia school district. Now the Post claims that 45 Douglas Barnes, who's 45 years old, who lives in Livonia. Now I don't know if the person is fake or real, but the story is fake. It says he shot and killed the daughter of Sergeant Mike McCaffrey of the Livonia Police Department as revenge for McCaffrey fatally shooting his son 4 years ago. Now, the story's been reposted, shared on different social media, thousands of views, and people actually believe it. They're saying like, wow, that's terrible. And whoa, really? But as it turns out, Mike McCaffrey does not exist. There is no Sergeant Mike McCaffrey. And Verify conducted a reverse image search of the photo circulating on social media and only found the image of the context in this false claim. The picture does not appear anywhere else online. No other images of Douglas Barnes were found, and Verify was unable to find any evidence of someone with the name Douglas Barnes in Michigan. So the whole thing was fake. And the scary thing about it, it was created by AI, artificial intelligence. And I'll tell you, it scares me. This artificial intelligence stuff scares me. It's 15, 16 minutes past the hour. It scares me because, I was on Facebook one day and I try to put the catchiest little ditty together to get you guys to watch me on the radio, watch me on my podcast and on the radio. So I said what I wanted to say, and then there was a little button that says click AI to see if it can do it better. And sure enough, when I pressed that button for AI, it restructured my statement about the show, and it was 1,000 times better than what I was about to say. 1,000 times better. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is artificial intelligence. See, in the word, the catchphrase, artificial intelligence. They're smarter than me, can do a better job of promoting my show than me. I'm like, really? And this stuff in a few years, it's going to be, hopefully, because the government is concerned about it already. The senators and the congressmen and some of the people have been looking at this, because if this AI, and there's so many movies that have talked about this, if the AI takes over, there was even a movie called AI several years back, Steven Spielberg, big production. And this AI stuff is scary. Now, the AI made that story up. AI made the story up about this Sergeant Mike McCaffrey of the Livonia Police Department, who doesn't exist. Douglas Barnes, you can't find him anywhere. So AI made up this intriguing story, because it was intriguing. Now, like, wow, revenge, how America, how we love, payback, payback on TV One. I watch it myself. So how we love payback, paying people back. And AI planted this story. AI, not a real person. AI planted this story, and we fell for it. Look, hook and ladder. Now, initially, I even fell for it myself, but I'm like, wait a minute, there's something's not right here. And I always, before I talk about anything on the radio or on my podcast, I always do what you call a background check to see if this stuff is real. I always check to see if the stuff is real. And this thing was not real. And as it turns out, it was created by AI. AI planted it on TikTok, and everybody fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. A story that wasn't really even true. You know what I'm saying? But this is the thing with AI. Now, if AI can sucker us into believing this story, I mean, what else is it capable of doing? So this is one example of how AI is, has proliferated, and I'll tell you, I truly believe that if it's not kept under control, it's going to be a problem. Because if AI starts making decisions like, let's blow Russia up, let's take Russia out. I mean, in AI, with all that it knows, it may not know that Russia has the same stuff we have. It's a zero-sum total. We're all going to die, but the machine is not afraid of death. The machine, and AI doesn't understand the concept of death and destruction. So it bothers me, and I hope that the government, that somebody puts a handle on this, because AI put that story in there with all those details. Artificial intelligence, not a regular person, artificial intelligence, put the story together about the Douglas Barnes, who allegedly was the man who went to the prom of the police officer. He went to the prom of the police officer's daughter. The police officer allegedly had killed his son. So to get revenge, the police officer killed his son. So to get revenge, the story says that he went to the prom of the police officer's daughter that killed his son and killed her. Totally false. Completely, unequivocally false, created by AI. So we've been suckered by artificial intelligence. Where did they get the wherewithal? I mean, scary stuff. Scary stuff. Anyway, we'll take a break and we'll come back. We'll come back with more of this program, Mr. Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the Ron Kelly Show.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
Alrighty, then we are back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk radio program, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, RonKellyShow.com, Facebook, the Ron Kelly Show Facebook page. Go on over there and click the like button. Almost 5,000 of you have done it so far. So come on, add another person on there. LinkedIn. You can follow me on LinkedIn. You can subscribe to the Ron Kelly Show on YouTube. Please do. Just go over there and click the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. And it's R. Kelly Radio on Instagram. So if you see me on Instagram, just hit that, hit the like, R. Kelly Radio. R. Kelly Radio, one word. R. Kelly Radio on Instagram. You can check me out there. And TikTok, the Ron Kelly Show on TikTok. I'm trying to get to that 1,000 follower. Struggling to get to the 1,000 where I can start broadcasting my program on TikTok, because you have to have at least 1,000 listeners. 1,000. Shout out to Anthony Moriano, my buddy from IWS. Shout out to him. Hope all is well. Yeah, the Ron Kelly Show, Facebook, LinkedIn, the Ron Kelly Show channel on YouTube. The Ron Kelly Show on TikTok, the Ron Kelly Show, R. Kelly Radio on Instagram. So you got a whole bunch of choices. So if you don't like Facebook, go on over to TikTok or, and like a brother, help a brother out, which you had done mostly. Okay, for 44 years, Amica and Porterfield Transportation has been the premier place to go for your transportation needs. School trips, school districts, as a matter of fact, school trips, churches, family reunions, whatever the case, need transportation to a game or whatever, family outing or church outing. Call Amica and Porterfield. Call Amica and Porterfield. It's 908-753-6423, 908-753-6423, or you can email them. Amica.porterfield at Verizon.net. That's Amica.porterfield@Verizon.net. Amica and Porterfield is the Ron Kelly Show is sponsored in part by Amica and Porterfield Transportation. Okay, I think we got a couple comments here. Okay, Lamont Gates. Lamont Gates says AI can only do what it's programmed to do. It doesn't have an autonomous mind of its own to purposely target another country. Well, I don't know. No, Lamont. No, I don't. You know what? Okay, what I'm going to do, I got to research that, because I just don't think that because if the thing can think for itself, it's called artificial intelligence. They never called computers artificial intelligence because computers were not, were never considered to be intelligent. You know what I mean? Computers were never considered to be intelligence. This is something totally different, because computers don't do things on their own, but this thing did something on its own. Marquez, artificial means human created. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I believe that. True indeed. But I think that this artificial but this artificial intelligence like has a mind of its own. Once again, I was trying to do a workup for my program, and I was trying to make it sound exciting as possible. And I thought I had the magic touch when I hit the button for AI, and it made my workup 1,000 times better, and it communicated with others 1,000 times better than I could have. I mean, it was amazing. You just hit the AI button and it takes care of everything. It completely wiped out what I said, and it put something else there that was so much better than what I initially envisioned. So much better. So the AI, Lamont Gates, the AI took what I said and reconstructed it. And see, and nobody told it to do that. It did it. It wasn't programmed to do that. It just did it. And that's the scary thing about the artificial intelligence. Lamont Gates says, I'm not thinking about a movie. This isn't movie stuff. This is real. This isn't movie stuff. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll come back. If I have a few minutes in the program, I'll take a quick look at AI and how it's presented and all of that, and we'll go back. We'll have a conversation about that. But no, it's programmed to. But computers are not programmed to do everything. You got to touch a computer in order to make it do something. The computer basically stores information. That's what computers do. They store information. They don't do any much else other than that. You know what I'm saying? So, or we'll talk about this a little bit more. Once I get my facts straight, because Lamont Gates, he could be right. He could be. But that my piece at the break about Trump's got to go, and I was thinking that I had to get another piece made, but Trump didn't go. He's still around, and the danger of another Trump another Trump presidency is something that none of us are really looking at. None of us are really looking at the danger of another Trump presidency. We're just going along with our lives, la-di-da. So I'm talking about black folks, especially minorities. The danger of a Trump presidency, and hell, and the danger of a Trump loss. That will be dangerous for minorities and black folks as well. It'll be very dangerous. Thank you to Mark Gates for your comments. Anyone else, all you won't have to do is just comment on the Facebook page, and it'll come right to me, or on LinkedIn, or on the Ron Kelly Show YouTube channel. Just make your comment, and it'll come over here to me. Okay, so there's a danger. You see, because here you have the Speaker of the House, third in line to the presidency. The Speaker of the House, third in line to the presidency. So, I mean, I know y'all saw Designated Survivor that used to be on Channel 7. Designated Survivor, where everybody, the whole top brass of the federal government was killed, and the one person's Designated Survivor, which they started using after 9/11. They started using a designated survivor. Now, the designated survivor is somebody who they put, hide somewhere, or somebody who doesn't go to the, let's say they don't go to the, any high level presidential events. They don't go to the correspondence ball. You know what I mean? They don't go there. One person is designated a designated survivor. So if something should happen, if the president is giving a State of the Union address, for example, and somebody blows up the Capitol building, which seems impossible, but you never know. If somebody does that, then if all the people in line for the presidency gets killed, the designated survivor becomes the president, much like in the TV show. Matter of fact, the guy who took over as president was the housing secretary. That's how bad it was. He was the housing secretary, Kiefer Sutherland, and he took over as president of the United States of America. He was the housing secretary, because you saw in the TV program, the president was giving some kind of speech, maybe even the State of the Union, and somebody blew up the Capitol, just blew it up and killed everybody that was in there. But anyway, so Kiefer Sutherland was the designated survivor. It was a pretty good show. I kind of liked it. But anyway, so we have all these people, the third in line to the presidency. You have all of these people, senators, down at the courthouse. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. The senators, the United States senators, are down at the courthouse defending Donald Trump. That should scare the bejeebers out of you. They're down there defending Donald Trump. So when you see the interviews on the major news networks, on MSNBC, on CNN, on Fox, and you see these people, these senators and congressmen, Republicans, who are defending Donald Trump, defending the man who said he grabbed a woman by the pussy, defending the man who just got hit with was just convicted of 34 counts of manipulating manipulating his campaign fund. Try the same guy who colluded with the editor of the National Enquirer, who colluded with him to bury the story about Stormy Daniels. He colluded with him to bury the story. So this is a guy who's just, 3 or 4 bankruptcies. This is the guy this is the man who has committed just about every crime that there is besides murder. And these congressmen and these senators are backing Donald Trump. And then when they're asked, well, what about the 34 convictions? They switch gears and they go to something else. And they're doing the same thing he's doing. They're blaming the judge. They're blaming the prosecutor. It's a witch hunt. It's a hoax. And this is dangerous stuff. This is dangerous stuff. You see, because with these senators and these congressmen, lawlessness is okay. Lawlessness is okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Play with the money. Try to hide your mistress. As Melania Trump hasn't been anywhere in sight. She's like, I don't want no part of this. But this is the thing. This is the thing, that Trump has a stranglehold on the Republican Party. And it's dangerous, because when people start forgiving lawlessness, sex crimes, money crimes, it's going to be a problem. These are the people that write the laws. They write laws. You know what I'm saying? These are the people who write the laws. Now, they think what Trump's doing is okay, but they're not going to give anybody else that, courtesy. They're not going to give anybody else that courtesy. And these are people who are just in complete denial. And that's dangerous. It's dangerous for us. It's dangerous for minorities. Because guess what? When things happen, maybe they won't do anything about it. If somebody goes and shoots up another supermarket and kills 10 black people, maybe they won't do anything about it. Because they obviously don't care what we think. They don't give a damn. They're just doing whatever they want to do. So what about civil rights? Civil rights will be in danger. Human rights will be in danger, especially civil rights will be in danger. I mean, hey, they killed abortion. Maybe they'll kill the Miranda warning. Miranda warnings are supposed to tell you, before they click you up, they're supposed to tell you certain things. Those are your rights, your Miranda rights. Maybe they'll kill that because you got a Supreme Court with 5 Republicans. A super majority, 5 Republicans and 3. They can't even tie it up. I mean, thank God the Chief Justice, Roberts, is kind of, he's not as flagrant as the other Republicans. Thank God. But there's a super majority of Republicans, conservatives in the Supreme Court. Now, if we let them, see, that's why you got to come out and you got to vote. If we let them take over the House and the Senate, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem because these people just forgive Trump. Trump is a criminal. And they just, and if you watch carefully on the TV shows, on the news programs, how they just make up excuse after excuse or avoid the subject completely. That's what they do. They avoid the subject completely. And the commentator, the news person, is struggling to get an answer that's never going to come because they're never going to indict Trump. They're never going to say anything bad about Trump. And what's the magic of Trump that has these people, bending over and spreading them? What's the magic of Trump? Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Why did certain Democratic congressmen, Liz Cheney just resigned because there was no way she was going to win. Once she went against Trump, she was dead. And several others who just resigned, like, you know what, I'm not even going to run again because I'm dead because Trump will kill me. It's just ridiculous. And it's scary stuff, but nobody's paying attention. Scary stuff. Let them get the House and the Senate back and watch how the laws that protect us, the civil rights laws, the Civil Rights Act, because they wouldn't even take lynching off the books. They wouldn't even take lynching off the books. Couldn't get them to vote with lynching. Just unbelievable. So, you better pay attention. Pay attention, everybody, especially black folks and minorities. And you people who just got here, those migrants, you better enjoy America while you can. Because if Trump wins, you're going to be out. Now, he already said he's going to have the biggest mass repatriation. He's going to have the biggest mass that you've ever seen. And he meant it. He meant it. It's going to be the biggest mass deportation in the history of America. So those of you who I hope you get your green cards before Trump gets in, because if he does get in and you don't have it, your ass is going to be out. Danger, danger. Trump is dangerous. And people have to start realizing that. I'm not the biggest fan of Biden either. You know, he's old. He tries to play it up, when he comes, he tries to walk straight and stuff like that. But he's 80 something. He's old. Trump is old. And DeSantis was too stupid to run. So we got two unpopular people, but it's the lesser of the two evils, which would be Joe Biden, because I don't really want to vote for either one of them. But Joe Biden is less of two evils. All right, 18 minutes before the hour, we'll take another quick break. And we'll close out the show after it's 18 minutes before the hour. We'll take a break and come right back with more. It's the Ron Kelly Show, everybody, and it's on blogtalkradio.com, the Ron Kelly Show.com. Yes, indeed, I am the man. What a news cycle this is. This guy has got to go. Trump has got to go. George Floyd snuffed out by this police officer who's supposed to be serving and protecting people.
It's the Ron Kelly Show.
All righty, everybody, we are back. It's the Ron Kelly Talk Radio program, and it's on Facebook. It's on LinkedIn. The Ron Kelly Show page on Facebook, LinkedIn, the Ron Kelly Show on YouTube, the YouTube channel for the Ron Kelly Show, and also R. Kelly Radio on Instagram, and the Ron Kelly Show on TikTok. So we're like all over the place, everybody. Anyway, thank you so much. It's about 16 minutes before the hour of 8 o'clock, almost time for the start. I believe it's today, the start of the NBA Finals between the Celtics and the Mavericks. So this is going to be great. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, and I'm supposed to be leaving. I'm so pissed off with my cigar distributor. So I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow. I'm going to the Capitol Jazz Fest. I'll be there this weekend. Capitol Jazz Fest. So many great people. Babyface and Leela James and Anthony Hamilton. So many great artists are going to be there. And my face will be in the places from the 7th to the 9th. In Columbia, Maryland. So I'll be there this weekend. Absolutely. The forecast is for great weather. So I will be at the Capitol Jazz Fest this weekend. Leaving tomorrow. It's the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Leaving, be back here Sunday. It's going to be great. So, and I'm just so sick. I am so sick of black folks whining about white people. I'm so sick of black folks. What's wrong with this thing? I'm sick of black folks whining about white people. Just sick. I mean, just shut up. Just shut the hell up. Because I can't take it anymore. Oh, well, I can't get this. Oh, I can't get that. Oh, I mean, give me a break. See, Willie Lynch. Willie Lynch was a genius. If what we're going through today as black folks, if this is a product of the Willie Lynch syndrome, Willie Lynch was a genius, better than Nostradamus, better than Thomas Edison, better than whoever you can name. He was a genius. Because I read the book. And it was a simple book. Simple instructions on how to put black people against each other, how to pit us against each other. Now, if this stuff is still working 200 plus years later, Willie Lynch was a genius because he knew exactly how to put black folks against each other, and it's still working like a charm today. Working like a charm. It's working like a charm because black folks just can't get out of each other's way. You know, because they say there's 40 million black folks in America. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, who knows exactly how many it is? Just like we don't know how many migrants there is here. We don't know how many undocumented aliens are here. We don't know. We don't know if any real aliens are here. We don't know. They could be walking around among us and look like us, talk like us, smell like us. It could be aliens in disguise. Who knows? But this is the thing, you know, this Willie Lynch was a genius. He was the smartest guy because he pit black folks against each other because that was the way to control us. That was Willie Lynch's philosophy. That's how you control black folks, by pitting them together. So they'll be so involved, so busy trying to kick each other's backs in that they won't have time to progress. They won't have time to seek better for themselves. And today it's still there. It's still there. The Willie Lynch syndrome is still live and well in the black community. Because I'm so sick of hearing people, oh, I can't get a bank loan because this, that. Yeah, there's redlining. Yeah, sure. There's redlining. You know, they don't want Asian people, some people, because back in the day, the Italians and the Irish were, nobody liked the Irish and the Italians when they came to America. Nobody hated them. Some people probably still hate him. But you see, this thing with the Willie Lynch syndrome, he put us against each other, and we're still there. We are still there. And it's hard to believe, like after 200 years or so, Willie Lynch's recipe for us is still going strong. Because I'm so sick of hearing people talk about what they can't do because the white people are going to stop them. Yeah, okay. There's redlining. You might not get a loan because of the color of your skin. Sure, that happens. I'm not saying just accept it, but it happens. Sometimes you don't get a loan because of the color of your skin. Sometimes you don't get an apartment. People don't want you living there because of the color of your skin. Yeah, it happens. It happens. But okay, you got 40 million. It's 10 minutes before the hour, everybody. You got 40 million people, 40 million black people in America, so they say. So if each black person gave $1, if each black person gave $1, that would be $40 million. If they gave 500, it would be, if they gave $5, it would be $200 million. See, because if the bank doesn't give you any money, start your own bank. That's all. Everybody, so Banco Popular and all these other banks, you know, I've seen banks like down in the neck and iron brown section, never heard of. Industrial Bank. Who the hell is Industrial Bank? But somebody started a bank. And there's you see some banks, they have one branch, you know, the name you never heard of, but somebody started that bank. You see, so we got to stop crying about what the white man is stopping us from doing and do for self. Marcus Garvey, do for self. I think it was Marcus Garvey. Yeah, do for self. And we, you know, say, and I just heard somebody say it the other day. I mean, just sick to my stomach hearing that kind of stuff. That people don't want to try. I'm not going to start a business because the white man's not giving me any money. So get it from somebody else. See, because you know what? Because Willie Lynch, the Willie Lynch syndrome is still going strong. Even in sports, in the NBA, look how many millionaires are in the NBA. There's 200 or so millionaires in the NBA. The average income is like $20 million a year. Now you mean to tell me that 200 millionaires couldn't put $5 million a piece together to start a bank? You know how much money that would be? 200 times 5 million. That's a lot of money. But are we going to do it? No. Because the Willie Lynch syndrome still lives and breathes in the Black community. And I see it every day because I work in the city of Newark, New Jersey. For those of you who are watching me from different areas, I know a couple people watch me out in Chicago. And you can see it. People just gave up. Living on the street, sleeping under the overpass, just gave up. Just, you know, the world ain't working for me, so I'm just gonna live on the street. You know, I mean, really, just unbelievable. Willie Lynch, and I think I still have the book. I think I still have the book because I have read the book several times. I think I still have the book. I'm gonna bring that book out. I'm gonna have that book because I highlighted some stuff in that book. Now I don't want to get up. It's 7 minutes before the hour. I don't want to get up now and try to go get the book in my bookcase in my closet. But yeah, stop crying about the white man. White men don't control everything. They just gave the football player Justin Jefferson 4 years, $140 million. 4 years, $140 million. Now, I don't know how much of that is guaranteed. Probably at least half of it. So you got to figure if it's half of it, he's got 4 years, $140 million, and 70 million guaranteed. That means no matter what happens, he's going to get that 70 million, if that's the case. So Black folks are getting paid. You know, stop crying. Stop whining. Do something. Sick of it. Really. Do something. Do for self. Do for self. Yes. It's 5 minutes before the hour. So yeah, so you know, we have the tools. Black folks have the tools. We have what we need, but we're too busy buying Lexuses and Beamers and trying to look like we got something, buy houses we can't afford, and throw in barbecues that we can't afford because we're so busy, you know, running in the American dream and stealing Balenciaga clothes, you know, trying to look like somebody who, and you're not. And that's what we do. You want to wear the red bottom shoes and all of this stuff, you know, got to wear the latest Jordans and all this nonsense. A lot of white people don't even wear Jordans. It's us. When the last time you saw a white person wearing a pair of Jordans? I haven't seen them at all. And that don't mean they don't wear them. But I mean, come on. And Michael Jordan doesn't do anything for the Black community. He's a billionaire, does nothing. You know, jump man. Oh, that he's 60 years old. He can't jump no more. But you can jump into some nonprofit organizations. You can jump your money into that. Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I know I'm going to hear it. I see I got a couple of emails already. So I know I'm going to hear it about what I said tonight. But come on now. Come on, Black folks. Get from in front of the liquor store. Let's try that. You know, I never see nobody else hangs in front of the liquor store. Just us. And be there all day before it opens. We got to get it together. People are sitting back, other ethnic groups are sitting back and looking at us like, look at these idiots. They don't even know how to get their crap together. And we don't. We don't. It's ridiculous. It's 4 minutes before the hour. It's 3 minutes before the hour. Y'all done talked me out tonight. 4 minutes before the hour. So yeah, stop crying and beware of Trump. Trump wins. You're gonna put the squeeze on us. They don't want us to be here. When the Constitution of the United States of America was written, there was no mention of us. And when they did mention us, they said we was 1/3 of a person. So it'll take 3 or 4 of us to make 1 person. I mean, come on, that don't tell you anything. You know, I mean, I'm not racist. You know, I deal with white people. I work for white people. I live in a building owned by white people. I drive a car that the money was loaned to me by white people. So I'm not saying that I hate white people, but we gotta take what we're given and build it into something. That's what we have to do. Take what we're giving and build it into something. That's what we need to do. All right, everybody. Like I said, Patricia Wilder won't be on the program anymore. So if anybody's looking for her, you can find her on Facebook or something somewhere, but she's not going to be here. Okay, it's a minute before the hour. So I'm going to break out of here and go watch the football game. Jesus. Watch the basketball game, have me a cigar, and talk mess to my friends like we do with the Cigar Lounge. Okay, I'm not going to say which one I'm going to. But anyway, I am going. So everybody, thank you so much for indulging me this week. It's June the 6th, 2024 already. Wow. Do you know Pamela Sue Martin? Remember Pamela Sue Martin from Dynasty? Pamela Sue Martin, the bratty daughter of Blake Harrington. Pamela Sue Martin. I forget what her name was on the show. She's 70. She is 70. You know, this shows you how time passed. Joan Collins is 92. I mean, John Forsythe is dead. I mean, all of these people. I mean, this goes to show. Fallon Carrington. That was Pamela Sue Martin. 70 years old. I'm not shocked that she's older. It's just the whole idea that time just flies by. So whatever you try to, don't put off to tomorrow what you can do today. So before I leave, I like to say that it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice, and that we may not have it all together. But together, Black folks and the world, together, we can have it all. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. We'll see you back in next week for another edition of the Ron Kelly Shows. Until then, take care of yourself and each other.